I want y'all to understand how much I hate this prehistoric dinosaur bitch named Vega. I hate this dinosaur. Like, I hate this dragon. Like, I hate that dragon. I just want y'all to know, I ain't even finished watching this episode, and I so mad, my heart beating fast. Like, I had to come stop. I click pause to come tell y'all I getting a headache and my heart beating fast for how mad I am already. Dog. So Kristen Cole called Rhaenyra the whore at Dragonstone, and I start shaking, son. Like, dog,
A few moments later.
Dog, I so stressed out. Like, I'm so stressed. Like, that episode, my neck hurting off. Y'all, please forgive my lighting, okay? Forgive this setup. I am in New Orleans for Essence Fest. I am in the hotel room, but that's how committed I am, okay? I brought my tanks to record. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Aaron, you have to put it. You have to put in the stress that I have under. Hold on, the stress causing me to physically hurt. 1 second. I don't even know how I'm supposed to tell y'all this episode in chronological order because I don't even give a about so many. I just want to talk. Oh, Lord. Let me just run it back. I don't even know how I'm supposed to crack no jokes with y'all because I'm so upset. This episode really stressed me quite the out, man. The episode opens up with Daemon is still at Harrenhal. He is having these nightmare vision things. I don't know what's happening, but he seems to be dreaming. He's dreaming about young Rhaenyra, and in the dream, Rhaenyra is basically, she talking to him in Valyrian, and she's like, you know, you've created these problems for me. You hate me because my daddy loved me more, all of this. Daemon literally beheads Rhaenyra, like in his dream, right? When he wakes up from his dream of jealousy, he's greeted by, you know, the Harrenhal people, right? They're like, you know, the old man head of the castle is talking to him about what's the plan. He has him talk to Tully because, you know, remember, he's there to try and get the Riverlands because that's what they need, right? And that's what's run by the Tully house. So he's talking to like baby Tully, the main old man Tully who run everything. He is aging and dying is what baby Tully tells him. And then Daemon is like, oh, so he's still alive? And he's like, yeah, my grandfather is still alive. And he's like, well, do me a favor and kill him, but he suffocated him with a pillow. I need that out of here so I could get his on me. And the little boy's like, excuse me, what? Did you just ask me to murder my grandfather? Like, he's like a daddy to me, you sick bitch. We don't operate like that around here. Like, and he's like, wow, Dread, all of y'all really good for at it. This next scene is when I start getting mad as for the whole episode. Like, from this moment forward, I'm pretty much mad. Like, I am mad. Just call this episode Justice for Rhaenys. Y'all know Corlys has been down by the ships and thing, right? Remember Corlys had almost died in battle and he'd been saved by this black man that he'd been dealing with. He'd been talking to, helping him fix his ship, right? Rhaenys roll up. Rhaenys hadn't been down there as we've seen. Rhaenys goes to the guy like, oh, I heard you saved Corlys. And she looking at him like, Then Corlys roll up and she's like, let me rap to you right quick. You think I don't know this is your bastard child? Like, she don't say it. She doesn't say it. They don't say it. But this me. Hold the this me while it's going on. I'm looking at Rhaenys, looking at this boy. She's basically to him like, you think I'm I mean, I know who he is. And instead of he saved your life, but instead of you give him all the honor that you hiding him back here because you trying to hide your bastard baby, you cheating bitch. And let me tell you something. That, I ain't gonna lie, that pissed me right off. Like, I'm like, I know you wasn't cheating on the realest bitch in the realm. If I could have bomb call a ship, I'd have bomb it myself. So you mean to tell me you marry off her gay son to this woman after she tell you don't do it, right? So you don't cost her son. You marry off her daughter to this demon. Now her daughter dead. And then you have the nerve to refuse to leave Driftmark to her actual grandbabies, Baela and Rhaena, like she's asked you. No. You insist on leaving Driftmark to these white bastards. And you mean to tell me you was cheating on my white queen? Look here, let me just... I want you to know, I could get back to this to the end of the episode because I mad. When we next see Alicent is calling in the Grand Maester to ask for abortion tea. That's y'all queen. And it's funny, last season, and I forgot to mention this, in the first season we saw Allison giving abortion tea to the maids that Aegon was raping. Because I want to remind y'all, he's a rapist, and we saw that, and we actually saw that same maid last episode. She was in the Red Keep, and she was pregnant.
Oh my God, bro.
Because medieval abortion tea is a little bit less effective than Plan B. Who could have guessed? So anyway, she pretending to the Grand Maester. The Grand Maester is used to doing this song and dance. She always requests an abortion tea to go give it to women that Aegon is rape.
Shame.
So he used to this. So she like, oh yeah. She pretending like it's for somebody else. Then as the Grand Maester is getting ready to leave, she's like, oh, you served Viserys faithfully for a long time, Grand Maester. Tell me, what did you think? Did you think that Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him? And the Grand Maester is like, this bitch think I stupid. She think I could sit up here and tell her that answer that so I could get beheaded and hang in the town square. No sir. He was like, I don't know none of that. The man ain't never talked to me about none of that. But she doesn't care. She's not asking. The only reason she's asking him that is to distract him, because she feeling paranoid and her anxiety, but the fact that she lying, she asking for this abortion tea for herself. She want to put his thoughts elsewhere, right? Like, he ain't gonna have no time to think about this abortion tea, or what that abortion tea purpose might really be for, if he busy thinking about this larger thing. So she was just trying to distract him. When we next see Rhaenyra's council, Baela is running shit. And as usual, he's disrespectful, good for nothing, limp dick, don't have no ragging, making noise, running on. They having a attitude with Baela. Baela's like, listen, because at this point Cole is running shit, right? Cole is running through, he killing up everybody, he claiming all the castles, he just been here on a winning spree, and so they mad because Rhaenyra's gone. Because remember, Rhaenyra done gone secretly to King's Landing to go meet with Alicent, so they don't know where the she is. Damon been gone to Harrenhal and he ain't said shit to nobody, so they don't know what it is. So as far as they concerned, they losing the war, ain't shit going down, and now they have yet another gal talking to them, so they mad. They having an attitude with her, they having an attitude with Rhaenys, they even having an attitude with Jacaerys. So they can say, Baela is explaining to them, like, listen, ever since Cole and them seen the dragons, they are traveling at night so that our dragons can't get to them. They ain't traveling in the day no more. And these said, oh, you should have burned them when you had the chance. And she was like, maybe when you have your own dragon, you could talk about what anybody should do with the dragons. And Rhaenys is like, I know that's right. And so anyway, the men are complaining, and Jacaerys is like, y'all need to watch who the y'all talking about and who y'all talking to. But again, these and are insistent on being disrespectful. So anyway, Rhaenys started explaining to them, start talking to them like, listen, we gotta wait for Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra's the queen. Let's figure this out. Yada yada yada. And they're like, who the you in charge? Why the we gotta listen to you? Like, last time I checked, you ain't you ain't hand to the king or hand to the queen. Like, you ain't got no more authority than us. He jump up the same. So Alfred, nigga, let me tell you something. So Alfred need to get beheaded in the middle of the meeting, just like Daemon did Corlys' brother last season. Cut this off. Cut his head off. Also, this is neither here nor there, but Corlys and them, if I'm Corlys and Rhaenys, like, I love Rhaenys. Y'all know that's my bitch. And so y'all know I on Rhaenys and Corlys' team, and I on Team Black, so I like that they on Team Black. But logically speaking, I'm not sure why they are, other than the fact that Team Green are bumbling buffoons. Because if you look at it from the position of Corlys and Rhaenys, Rhaenyra and them done cost them all they cheering dead. Now, in Corlys' case, like, even if you could get over the fact that, okay, Corlys is insistent because of the Valyrian name, he want the Valyrian name to rise up in the ranks, why he's so insistent upon these bastard grandbabies getting Driftmark. Did we forget the fact that Daemon them murdered his brother last season? So take his brother off. Like, me personally, if you cut my brother head off, I'm not helping you with no plot. I ain't helping you. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no ships. You ain't getting no dragon. You ain't getting no assistance. You could get $1 in a dream and get the out my face. That's what it would be. But ciao. Anyway, when we see Sir Criston Cole and his bitch ass, he is murking. He is taking, at this point, I think he's taking Castle Darkland, and Lord Darkland is refusing to bend the knee, and he's like, listen, suck my dick, bitch ass. And he's like, oh, okay, we could behead you. And he did. But right before he beheaded him, the man was like, just so you know, the same thing coming for you. And I hope so. But let me tell you, it really cost me trip out. This is the point when I paused the video and I paused the episode and hit record on my camera just to let y'all know how upset I was. As he take, y'all ain't mind Sir Criston Cole with his bad, listen, Oh God, but this bad wig he have on. So Kristen Cole could say, go call Rhaenyra the whore of Dragonstone. Let me tell you something. I wish that I knew who Sir Kristen Cole's mother was so I could slap the shit out that dirty bitch myself. I'd slap the shit out of her because what did you do? What happened along the way that this is who you brought onto this earth? And you know what's crazy? There's be people caping fam in my comments, you know, oh my God, like Team Green people is becoming off mentally ill to me. Like I just be like, what the y'all talking about, son? Like, oh my God, bitch ass. Oh my God. When we next see Aegon, he's at the council. Y'all see how I stress out, right? You see my hand up like this? I could barely laugh and joke with y'all. Like, so this episode stressed me out from beginning to end. Like I telling y'all, though, I was sitting in the chair. I was sitting in the chair over in the corner. I had to come to the bed like, oh, I tired. My heart, my chest. When we see Aegon, he is at the council screaming his off. You know, he done turned into a drunk. He's stressed out. He mad because they took Harrenhal, right? He's screaming at Larys. He's like, listen here, bitch. You ain't upset? They took Harrenhal. That's your castle. How they get just take your castle? You just let the people take your castle? Larys look at him and Larys say, Nick, that castle more crippled than I am. Oh, Larys was like, listen, you doing all this making noise for no reason. That castle ain't got no money. That castle ain't got nothing. That castle is more of a stress to anybody. Let the have it. While he doing that, we have another plan. Aegon is like, oh, because now he look dumb, right? And I've been screaming in the room. Everybody looking at him like, and he's like, you gotta tell me things. So now he mad like, oh, y'all ain't tell me that. I didn't know that. How I supposed to make informed decisions if y'all don't tell me nothing? And Larys is just there like, oh Lord, you ain't supposed to make no decisions, you dumb bitch. Just let us run things. He don't say that, but his energy exudes it. While he rowing and making noise, Aemon basically speaks up like, hey, listen, relax. We have a whole different plan. So Kristen Cole is actually going to go get Rook's Rest, this tiny castle, instead of marching at Harrenhal because Daemon had already taken it. That's why he's mad. But instead of marching at Harrenhal, let him have that and let's go to Rook's Rest. Castle is easy for the taking, and the leader of it is on Rhaenyra's council, and so it would help cripple Rhaenyra and leave them. It would cut her off. Like basically, they've taken all the castles that are surrounding Dragonstone, so they could leave Rhaenyra essentially locked in. Then Aegon gets mad, right? Because Aegon doesn't give a they win in the war. He doesn't care that they win in the war. He cares about the fact that listening to him. He just want the glory. He want to see. Aegon's ego is like incredibly fragile. Like he don't feel respected, and so he gets mad at Aemon like, how the you know that? How the you know he was marching to Rook's Rest? And he was like, so Kristen Cole sent me word on Raven, and Aegon is like, hold on. I just make hands sending you messages. I's the king. He ain't telling me what he doing, but you know I see. I know you lying. And Aemon starts speaking in Valyrian like, again, let me rap you real quick, right? Pussy. We have a plan, okay? Why don't you shut the up? Because you ain't have no plan. Do you have a plan? And and let me tell you something. You know when son and you and everybody else in the room don't even speak the language, but they could tell you getting sun. That's like none of them speak Valyrian, but it was just Aemon energy. Just Aemon. Let me close my one eye. I got you, pussy. I can't even take myself serious. I have to stop here. But as this conversation is happening to me, it becomes incredibly clear that Aemon and Aegon, I say, okay, Team Green is unraveling from the inside. They might be winning the war when it comes to externally, they taking the castles, but these right here, oh, okay, this big beef. Like I am like, oh, this is brewing. Team Green is unraveling at the seams. So when we next see Alicent again, Larys is rolling up on her, right? And you know, she just take her abortion tea. So that abortion tea got her belly rumbling. She in there, she stressed out. So Larys walk in the room like, quite the condition you're in. And he was like, oh, I noticed you was missing and you look like you were in quite the state. And she's like, oh, I overindulged. I drank too much. She trying to pass it off as a hangover. This Larys, he could look right at the table at the abortion tea and look back at her like, bitch, my leg don't work, not my eye. Okay, I could see. Girl, play with somebody else. Larys and have a long conversation, and you basically have to read between the lines to me. I think y'all know I don't give y'all too much production. I don't give y'all too much prediction, but I was like, oh, Larys probably fixing to kill this Kristen Cole, because he was like, oh, so Kristen Cole out there doing big things. I see he winning everything, he doing everything in his path. And nothing funny than when you know liking it. And so even when he appearing to give him his flowers, the salt is there. And he's like, Yeah, he doing, because he keep trying to hint to Allison. He keep trying to tell Allison without explicitly saying that, I know you right? Oh, okay. I know. So he's like, oh yeah, so Kristen Cole doing big things, and I bet you must worry about him. The sword to be in your sworn hand and all of that. And Allison is like, everybody should worry about him. She trying to act like, she ain't nothing special. Like, oh yeah, like everybody else, blah blah blah. Like she dismissing him. But what I peep game is while Laris was saying, he was saying, oh, you must be worried about him in order to imply like, I know you have a special relationship with him, bitch. But he was also like, we should all, he was like, I know you're worried about him because it's a perilous road out there, dragons, all these things. And if you recall, Laris is the kind of to light his own daddy and brother on fire, and did it in service of the same Allison. So if you think he would kill Sir Kristen Cole, you ain't paying attention. I see what Laris is on. You ain't gonna surprise me, Laris. Not again. Not a again. Laris brings up, he sees that she was reading Viserys history books, right? He was like, oh, I didn't know you shared Viserys' passion for the history. She was like to learn, okay? Like, but what do you want? He was like, oh, I'm just saying you ain't been yourself recently. She's like, I haven't been myself because my husband just died recently and I just get my grandchild beheaded, man. What the you want from me? Meanwhile, you ain't yourself because you and you letting them inside you. Right. And that abortion tea got your belly rumbling. That's what really going on. But anyhow, he's like, oh, I see you reading Viserys' history. Is like, oh, what do you think about Viserys choosing Aegon to succeed him? What you think his intentions was, all that. And Allison is basically like, listen, Viserys, okay? Viserys and Viserys intentions. That hole in the grave. War done start. Whoever win the wars, who could be on the throne. So that's that on that. And I just want y'all to know, you see how she go? Y'all see how she go, right? You see how she stay? Or when we next see Daemon, poor Daemon cannot get a night's rest at Harrenhal. And you know what? Daemon don't know if he coming or going. He don't know what happened at Harrenhal. He don't know if he dreaming. He don't know if he drunk. He don't know if somebody doing voodoo magic to him. And you know what? I barely know either. At this point now, he eventually runs into the witch, right? Like, he runs into this gal. She's her name is Alice Rivers. She's somebody bastard daughter, and she's act as a maester, but the bitch is obviously a witch, right? And this whole interaction, I say, Lord, I know Daemon ain't having sexual tension with this witch. I know that ain't what happening, because let me tell you, I was already mad. Like, I was already seething off Corlys and Rhaenys cheating, like realizing that nigga bastard baby on Rhaenys. And you know what's funny? Someone had said to me in my comments, maybe last episode review, like, they're like, oh, I don't know, I'm surprised you haven't figured out what's going on with Alan and Corlys and stuff. And it was just like, you act like I was trying to figure it out. Like I wasn't thinking about it. But boy, did it run me on. So anyway, I was already mad about that. So at this point, when Daemon is out here having sexual tension with the witch, my blood boiling. Like, I'm like, dog, don't vex me. Don't vex me. The witch basically tells him, listen, Harrenhal is haunted. I know you going through it. I know you can't get no rest in Harrenhal. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, I know you quarreling with your wife. I know you and your wife are beefing. And he's like, what you talking about? How you know that? She was like, well, you come here to claim my army. You claim it, but you ain't send your wife no ravens. I ain't see no ravens coming or going. So you ain't talking to nobody and ain't nobody talking about you. Look like trouble in paradise. But then she started explicitly talking about exactly what we know is the case. She's like, oh, you jealous of your wife? She's like, oh, it must suck to have the king, your brother, choose her over you, huh? Like, oh, who was just a little girl? She was a little girl when you knew her, a little baby. Like, he chooses baby girl over you. Now you have to go sway your loyalty and take orders from a gal. Oh, she's like, I wonder if you out here planning to make a claim for yourself. Is that why you ain't sending no ravens? Oh, I would understand. I get your jealousy. And she's like, listen, I know you can't rest in Harrenhal. I know you've been having these terrible dreams and stuff like, so drink this so you could get some rest. If you ever gonna be able to win the war to get you an army, you're gonna need your rest. So he drank the thing, and I was just like, huh? Him drinking that, taking that drink from the witch was a little bit to me like when Ariel was doing business with Ursula. Like, you act like you have sense. Like, act like you have sense. Like, or like, imagine realizing somebody have to be a witch who in your dreams and your subconscious and drinking anything they give you. Okay. So immediately after that, like literally the second he drank that drink from her, he ain't know where he coming or going again. He is now again sitting at the council. He trying to talk to this Blackwood guy. He going in and out of the conversation. They got dead Lena walking around the table. The man stressed out. It's all bad for Damon. When me next see Aegon, he is again with his council, and his council is talking all about all the ways in which he's winning the war. But again, Aegon don't care about that. All Aegon cares about the fact he had him calling Sir Kristen Cole the Kingmaker. He had him listening to instructions from Aemond. He had nobody paying him attention, and my is upset. He's sitting there like stress out. So immediately after that, he goes to Alicent's room to go complain, to go vent about the fact that nobody's listening to him. And Alicent confirms what we already know. She hates his guts. And let me tell you something. The amount that Alicent hates Aegon is just how much I hate her, because it just shows how much she is a hating, jealous, bitter bitch. Like, I can't even be respectful. You know, you're supposed to have religious tolerance. Like, I can't even find tolerance for people who are Team Alicent at this point. Like, y'all is be talking a bunch of I hate a jealous, hating bitch. Like, I'm sorry, rant time. Like, we ranting. Because she don't even like him. She hates her son. Like, she hates him. If you didn't know that in season 1, where she called him a good for nothing, degenerate bastard, raping girls and all this and the next thing. If you didn't know it, last episode or episode before last, when his child get murdered and she see him crying in the room, and she ain't even go to offer no comfort to her son. She walk out to go finish riding dick. If we didn't know it then, it becomes clear, because he crying to his mommy like, ain't nobody checking for me. They don't want to listen to my counsel. They don't care what I think. When he say they don't care what I think, she was like, and why the should they? My nigga's like, oh, because I'm the king. And she's like, you think that means something? She was like, you think because you're king you have any special wisdom to impart? You are a dumb. She was like, your only job should be to shut the up and listen to competent people do it, you dummy, good for nothing bitch. She's like, I had hoped when I went out of my way to put you on the throne that you would have the good sense to listen to us. She was like, you forget that your daddy was dead, Beetlejuice looking for most of his time. It was me running the kingdom. It was me and your grampy. And what you do, you fire your grampy. You don't listen to me. You good for nothing dummy. I say, let me tell you something. This gal is a terrible mother. Like, this gal is a terrible mother. Like, this gal is a terrible mother. But what's crazy to me is, like, you hate your son. You don't think he's competent. You actually think he's a danger to the realm. You think he's a degenerate. You can't even find. You literally don't want him to do nothing. You know Viserys didn't want him to be king. You clearly don't want him to be king. You don't want him to rule. So what is it? She just don't want Rhaenyra to have anything. And you know, let me tell you something. All the people who's be like, this episode could be so long and Aaron, my editor, is gonna be so mad. I hate when people be like, oh, Alicent and Rhaenyra love each other. That's what it actually is. Like, they're two lesbians who couldn't be together and blah, 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 blah. Rhaenyra don't like that bitch. This Alicent, let's talk about it for what it is. Alicent is Helga Pataki. Okay, let's talk about what the it is. Alicent is on a boat by herself. Alicent might have been in love with Rhaenyra. Alicent is in love with Rhaenyra and has turned into being the most hating bitch in the 7 kingdoms in the realm, my guy. Like, that's what it is. Like, don't make it seem like it's both ways. It go both ways. It don't go both ways. And that's exactly why she mad. Alicent and her unrequited hating love, that's so crazy to me. You want to take a bitch birthright. You want to take her birthright from her so you could give it to your degenerate son because you mad that she didn't with you like that after you stop f***ing her daddy. I tired. I grow weary. Remember I told y'all Cole stopped traveling during the day because the dragons could get them, right? The dragons can't really get them as effectively at night. I don't know when that became a thing this episode, because like I've seen dragons murk at night all of my time in Game of Thrones. And I think on this show, but whatever. Now the dragons can't get at night, right? I get it. It's more tactical. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he decides, oh, let's go try, take Rook's Rest. We gonna go in the day. And Sir Gawain, Alicent's brother, is like, what the is wrong with you? He was like, did you forget the last time Bale almost run down on us with them dragons? Like, no, let's not do that. But Sir Kristen Cole is like, yeah, that's what we could do, because he has a plan. When we're next at the council, they've gotten word that Sir Kristen Cole and them are heading to go to Sir Rook's Rest. Jacaerys is like, we need to send a dragon. As he's saying that, Rhaenyra walks in, finally returning. Jacaerys has a attitude. He is hot. He's literally showing her an attitude in front of everybody. And Jacaerys is like, where the you been? Excuse me. Don't run up in here like you ain't been gone for forever. Explain yourself. Where the have you been? And Rhaenyra's like, oh, I went to King's Landing. I had to go to King's Landing to talk to Alicent. Jacaerys was like, I know you didn't just say the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. I know you didn't. That couldn't have been what I heard. You could have been killed or captured. And she was like, I had to go talk to Alicent. Jacaerys was like, I thought You just said the stupidest shit to me I ever heard when you said you going to King's Landing, but now you telling me you went to see Allison? Jaceres say, oh Lord, why ain't nobody tell me my mommy is a fucking dummy? Well, Jah Rastafari, I can't believe this wife following. Jaceres looked like he was so blown away by the stupid shit he was hearing. He was getting ready to go pledge fealty to Team Green. He's like, oh my God, this bitch had me on the losing team. She's like, oh, I had to go talk to Allison. I had to, in order to pursue peace. My daddy left me 80 years of peace. I couldn't just end that without being sure that there was no other option. And now I know. I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I sick of Rhaenyra. I am firmly sick of Rhaenyra. Y'all hear me? I sick of Rhaenyra Targaryen. No. You see me shaking my mic? What the you mean now you know? You know there's no other. And then she could say, I now know that I either have to win my claim or die. What the you mean you now know that? They didn't kill your son. They been tell you that. When Otto Hightower and them offered the bitch the treaty like last season, it was like, hey, listen, you could bend the knee or y'all could die. Rhaenyra getting on my damn nerves. Like, you're sure? You had to be sure before you ended the peace? They already at war. The Brackens and the Blackwoods done massacre people. They killing people. So Kristen Cole is running around taking castles, burning up people. What do you mean end the peace? The peace has ended. Ain't no peace. Ain't no peace. Ain't been no peace. And Jaceres is like, whatever. Whatever. We need to send a dragon. And she's like, I think people have mistaken my cautiousness for weakness. And I'm like, you know what? People is me. And it's still me. You dumb bitch. I so sick of Rhaenyra. She pissing me the off. So anyway, he's like, send a dragon. She's like, I could go. Jaceres is like, are you dumb, bitch? You're the queen. Like, I want us to be fair. The same way we is calling Aegon every kind of dummy bitch, the fact that he's one go himself, like, we like, are you stupid? Everybody at the King's Council, when Aegon suggested that, it's like, are you dumb? If we send the king, if you get injured, you dead, everything is for naught. Like, that's a dumb move. It was dumb when Aegon said it, and it's dumb when Rhaenyra said it. Not because it don't look and sound as dumb as Aegon. Don't mean it isn't just as dumb. And based on how the events are gonna unfold, we know it's anyway. She doesn't go. Jaceres is like, let's send me. And she's like, no, you're not experienced. And they go back and forth for like a second. And Rhaenys is like, quit all this bitching. I got the biggest dragon around here. Meleys is the biggest. I'll go. I can run down on Sir Kristen Cole, right? When we next see Aegon, Aegon is drinking himself into a stupor. And then Aegon decides, drunk as Aegon decides, he finna drink and drive dragons. This dummy bitch. Oh Lord, this dumb motherfucker get his drunk ass on that dragon and decide to go fly out to go join Sir Kristen Cole them. This really is one dumb motherfucker. This one dumb motherfucker. I want y'all to get ready for your blood pressure to raise, just like mine did for this next scene. So we see Sir Kristen Cole and them marching on Rook's Rest, right? Rook's Rest is drastically outnumbered. Sir Kristen Cole and them got about 1,500 with them. Rook's Rest people start, you know, doing the arrows at them. And then all of a sudden, my girl Rhaenys rolls up and started like on fire, okay? And the minute Sir Gawain see this dragon, Sir Gawain was like, curse this Cole to hell. He's like, this is exactly what the I say, don't come out here in the day. The dragon come in. And Sir Kristen is like, that's part of the plan. Like, that's part of my plan. I knew the dragon was gonna come. I have a plan. Sir Gawain is like, oh, okay, let's see what this plan is. And you know what the plan is? He have Aemond and Vhagar are waiting in the tuck. I want y'all to understand how much I hate this prehistoric dinosaur bitch named Vhagar. I hate this dinosaur. Like, I hate this dragon. Like, I hate that dragon. Like, I never hate a dragon in Game of Thrones the way I hate this dragon. Like, all of Daenerys dragons, love them. Like, when Daenerys dragon died, I'm sick to my stomach. I never want harm to come to the dragons or the direwolves. But Vhagar, I want Vhagar quartered. I want Vhagar like Vhagar. Like Vhagar. Like Vhagar. Vhagar and Aemond. Like, I hate that one-eyed bastard and that flying dinosaur. As Rhaenys is burning up everything, here comes Aegon's goofy ass. Aegon goofy ass come flying at her like he gonna come attack. When Sir Gawain see him, Sir Gawain's like, who the is that dragon coming? So Kristen Cole is like, that's the king. Sir Gawain was like, that was your plan to have the king come be a part of the ambush? So Kristen is like, no, that wasn't the plan, nigga. I didn't know this dummy come to do that. But then he gone to go hype the people like, oh, the king coming, the king coming, the king coming, like the king about to participate. Yeah, you thought. Rhaenys see him, she's like, Meleys, like this up. Meleys gone and and rag-tagging him, busting his ass, beating his ass. And like, when I tell you getting mollywop and start squealing like a little bitch, like his dragon Sunfire was still getting up in the sky, right? And as my girl Rhaenys is him up, here go Vhagar. Here's what made me laugh. When Aegon see Vhagar, he was like, yes, like let's go. He's so excited, like Aemon coming to help him, right? This Aemon light his brother and Sunfire on fire the king. That's the problem with the Greens. All they want is power. They fighting amongst each other. Like, at least Team Black only has the one issue of Daemon and his power hungry ass. Team Green, all of them vying for power. So Aemon light his own brother on fire. Aegon go falling through the sky, like him and Sunfire to the ground, okay? And I'm like, let me just explain to y'all the stress that I feel next. My girl Rhaenys was almost like out of there. Like, she had escaped. Like, she essentially had escaped. Like, she could have got out, but she decided to turn around and be a real for one last time. Oh, my chest. Oh, my chest. Like, I my chest. Like, my chest. She was like, it's like nobody is standing a chance because Vhagar's so big, and Rhaenys know that, but she's a gangster, and Rhaenys is turn around like Meleys, act that bitch. So she goes after Vhagar. Her and Vhagar are fighting, and eventually Vhagar get the drop on her, and Vhagar do Meleys the same way that Vhagar do Lucerys Dragon. Merc Meleys. Y'all don't understand, dog. When Rhaenys fall from that sky, I ain't gonna lie, I might be PMSing because they telling you tears getting ready to fall from my eye, and Rhaenys falling through the sky.
Really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. White people you can sing it to, just change that into a W. Miss my wigger.
Let me just say this. It was spoiled for me. I knew Rhaenys was gonna die because somebody in the comments, I ain't gonna say who you are, but you know who you are. Count your days, bitch. Like, count your days. So my last recap, for no reason. There was no reason. What about my recap required this person to comment and go, Rhaenys dies next episode? What the is wrong with you? Like, y'all cost me. Listen, I had to put up guidelines on the channel, like, get you reading ass bitches the up out of here. Like, I hate to be anti-intellectual, but y'all have to stop. Y'all don't have no goddamn respect. Yeah, listen, as somebody who read all the Harry Potter books back in the day, you used to have to have respect for people. You used to have to not. Y'all know I don't read the books. You know that. I say that. You know that. Why are you doing that? Stop it. No one gives a Take your ass to them channels who want to be like, we read all the stuff. Here's our predictions, blah, blah, blah. Stop that shit. I didn't read it. It's a spoiler. Stop it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I hate to turn up, but I want y'all to know I've been seething about knowing that information for a full week. Like, I'm so mad at that person in them comments. You so lucky I've changed. Like, you so lucky I don't put your ass on blast. Ooh. Somebody, Aaron, put the monkey from Family Guy, the monkey that's be like this, the evil monkey. Come on, because I was vexed. Oh, my chest. My girl Rhaenys dies, and let me tell you, for Rhaenys to have to see the bastard baby, so you mean to tell me Rhaenys get cheated on? I so upset. Like, I so upset. Rhaenys deserves so much better than this bullshit. Like, Rhaenys is the only sensible person. Like, Rhaenyra everybody. I said it from a long time. Rhaenys should have been the queen who never was, the only queen the realm deserved. Okay, and what did she get? A raggedy, stupid husband who not only cheating, he giving away her children to these damn people. My girl lose everything. She lose her son, she lose her daughter, she lose Driftmark, now she lose her dragon and her life. Mother. And then everybody on the field done burn up and dead except Sir Kristen Cole. I say, babe, I can't have nothing. At least kill this. At least kill him. No, he wakes up alive and he going through all the debris and he finds Aemon, and Aemon look like he getting ready. I think we catch Aemon. He's like, Aemon, and Aemon is in front of Sunfire, who's on the ground. And it seems like, to me, we don't know definitively whether or not Aegon is dead. He looked pretty dead, but it looked to me like they didn't show it to us. It seems very clear Sir Kristen Cole is up about the sight of what he's seeing. It looked to me like Aemon was there. Like, so I'm assuming that Aegon is probably on death's door, and Aemon was there to finish him off because he had a knife right when Sir Kristen Cole saw him and stopped him. That's one-eye wicked bitch. Yeah, that right there is a one-eye wicked bitch. Like, he is there to go finish his brother off, and then the episode ends. And I'm like, y'all, my heart, my chest, I stress out beyond all measure. Dog. Aaron, run it back one more time. Pour one out for my bitch Rhaenys. We all know we gotta do the song.
I really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. White people you can sing it to, just change that into a W. Miss my wigger. Just say I really miss my wigger.